11th Science, Chapter 4, Chemical Bonding and Molecular Structure, Part 9, Types of Overlap and Different Types of Covalent Bond.
Hello students, I am Madhusina, your chemistry teacher. Do watch my YouTube videos, like and subscribe it for further notifications. Today we are going to study about the concept of overlapping, which leads to the valence bond theory. Overlapping here means the reinforcement, the forceful reinforcement of electron cloud of one atom into the another. Greater is the extent of overlap, stronger is the covalent bond formed. On the basis of this, we notice that there are three types of overlap taking place. Let us see them in detail. The first type of overlap is positive overlap, where the positive lobes of the orbitals, atomic orbitals, they overlap with each other and result in the formation of covalent bond. When we use the word positive, means that part of the atomic orbital where there is maximum probability of finding electrons. For example, let us see SS overlap. Now you know that this is the internuclear axis and the s orbital is spherical in shape. So the electron density is same throughout the s orbital. So we put a positive sign in the center of this. So when one positive s orbital overlaps with another positive overlap, this is an example of positive overlap. Take another example of sp overlap, where s orbital, which has maximum electron density throughout, overlaps with a pz orbital. Now you know that the p orbital is having dumbbell shape. Now when the positive, one of the lobe is positive and one lobe is negative. Positive means here there is maximum probability of finding electron as compared to this lobe. So when the positive lobe of p orbital overlaps with the positive s orbital, this type of overlapping is known as positive overlap. Another example, when a pz orbital overlaps another pp overlap. Now this is the positive lobe of p orbital, this is also the positive lobe, and these are the negative lobes of p orbital. Now when the positive lobe of p orbital overlaps with another positive lobe of p orbital, it results in positive overlap. Let us move on to the next type of overlap, that is negative overlap. So as you have seen in maths, when we take the product of a positive and a negative number, we get the resultant as negative. So here also, when a positive atomic orbital which has maximum electron density overlaps with the negative lobe of the atomic orbital, it results in negative overlap. For example, the s orbital, which is having maximum electron density, overlaps with a p orbital. It overlaps with the negative lobe of the p orbital, then this type of overlap is known as negative overlap. We can also have another example of this, when two p orbitals, they are overlapping in such a way that the negative lobes, they overlap each other, then it is an example of negative overlap. We can take another example also. The negative lobe overlaps, then we are having this as negative overlap. You may have one more example where The orientation of the orbitals are in different directions. The overlapping is taking place in such a way that the negative lobe of the orbital overlaps each other. So this is negative overlap. The third type of overlap which do not result in any bond formation is zero overlap. Zero overlap. That means no overlapping is taking place. For example, we are having one s orbital and there is a p orbital like this. They don't overlap each other. This is an example of zero overlap. Take another example. We are having one p orbital and the another p orbital is like this. Do not overlap. We are having one more example of this zero overlap where one p orbital is like this plus minus and another one is like this. They don't overlap each other. This is the example of zero overlap. So basically what happens, the positive overlap results in formation of covalent bond. Greater is the extent of overlap, stronger is the bond formed. Now this overlap can take place in two ways. It can take place along the internuclear axis or it can take place in such a way that it is above the plane and below the plane. So in such a situation, there are two types of covalent bonds formed. Types of covalent bonds. So, one bond is known as sigma bond. Sigma, which is denoted by this symbol, and another one is known as pi bond. Now, what is the difference between both these bonds? Sigma bond is a stronger bond. Pi bond is a weaker bond. Now, how they are formed? Sigma bond is formed by overlap along the internuclear axis, which is also known as axial overlap. So, it is formed by axial overlap of atomic orbitals. And how is a pi bond formed? It is formed by lateral, we call it as lateral or sidewise overlap of atomic orbitals. Now, how is this axial overlap taking place? It is due to SS, SP and PP overlap. So let us see. This is internuclear axis. Two s orbitals are overlapping each other. So this is SS overlap. This is internuclear axis. Two p orbitals, they are overlapping each other along the internuclear axis. Along the internuclear axis. So this is PP overlap. And we can have an s orbital which is being overlapped by a p orbital. This is sp overlap. So there are three ways by which along the internuclear axis this sigma bond is formed. Pi bond is formed. It is due to only PP overlap. Now see, This is internuclear axis, one p orbital, second p orbital. You can see there are only two orbitals which are overlapping, but half of them is above the plane and half is below the plane. So basically we can represent it like this also. This is one pi bond only, but half of the electron cloud is above the plane and half is below the plane. Then the next very important, this is sigma bond and this side it is pi bond. Now the next very important thing, sigma bond is like a hollow cylinder and free rotation around sigma bond is possible and it will not break the bond, right? Just as you are having a garden pipe, you hold one side of the pipe and rotate the other end. One point will come where you can't rotate it further, but the pipe don't break. So we can say free rotation is possible by sigma bond without breaking. And here free rotation is not possible in case of pi bond and leads to breaking of bond. So basically two important covalent bonds are formed by this overlap. The stronger one is known as sigma bond and the weaker one is known as pi bond.